Hey there, everyone. This is another morning where I am minding my poo, but it is also an edition of an Orchid a day. And the air is still full of fragrance here, still very wet, still getting a lot of rain, which is good for most everything. Some things don't care too much for it, but luckily I haven't seen a lot of that. At least I haven't as of yesterday. This is really the first time I've been out here today. And like I said, it has been very, very tropical for at least 48 hours, getting rains pretty much every, seems to me like 30 minutes, like steady rain. And the only downside is I have some of my Laturias, which love the extra moisture in the bottom, plus they like the stability, but you have to make sure that they don't sit or things like that don't happen. That is what I almost did yesterday. And you see how I knew that would, I didn't know, but I had hoped. But I'm not going to stress about it so much because it's okay. I'll just set that there and it'll be fine. And as I come up, I want to look at this thing on these old ugly mounts and look over here at this Laturia just to see if there's any other action going on. Check my Jamelia, this Cattleya. See, you really have to check the gross to make sure that they are not, the moisture is not trapped in the crown or it's just sitting there. The newer growths are what is most susceptible. And as I said, just excess water, and I know I've been saying this every day now, but we've been getting rain every day. And it's a good thing, I think, to remind myself and to remind others that that's just a good way to be. And I think that is my Forbesii that I just got from Equigenera, perhaps. And that is a growth. That would be very nice. But another thing that I need to say today, which is Thursday, is that surprisingly, I was Plant of the Month. First place, Plant of the Month for the iOS, which is major. And I took a screenshot of the website, or the newsletter, I should say. I do not like those leaves, but they are bottom leaves. That does happen. So, yay. And it was roughly preference, which is looking very good right now. But that was Plant of the Month last month. Still very fragrant. That was Encyclia Vespa. And looks like I'm gonna get another flower. That's look, this is Minding Your Poo. That is, you see that? That's a slug. And I'm just going to get rid of it as far away as I can. I used to sit them on the ledge so that the birds would come and just get them, because my cardinals, because by the time that gets down to here, it'll be eaten up. Checking some of these things. These are ones that I set over here that are head scale, well, not purple rain. We can set that up here. And let me go in there. I always like to check after all of these rains, because these mounted orchids love all of the rain. As I emphasize all the time, you don't realize how much these plants want in terms of water. They can handle it as long as they dry. The more the better. And the way that I can tell specifically is this plant right here, this trichocentrum, and this one, both of these trichocentrums. Now, something around me is so fragrant. It's so distracting. It doesn't have a fragrance. Is it? And a little bit of musk there. No, yeah, musk, more like sweat. But back to this. You know, these were just this was recently repotted. This I've had for a while. But notice when we just had those rains, roots have started to come out on this plant. And it's only been that way because of the rains. And also you can look, these are the roots on that plant. Now this is my Stacyi, Trichocentrum Stacyi. And you can just see how those growths are responding to all of the rain and the moisture that it is getting. It is loving it. And that looks like it's a root coming out there or something. But all of my plants have really been loving it. And here's this Trichocentrum that is putting up that new growth. And I think there were active roots. But I just love these flowers more and more every day. Carthagensis. And I can't forget over here, and Dick Pippin. And for a second there, I thought this had fragrance, but I am wanting to say that this is what I am smelling. So I am now going to make my way in here. See, look at all the roots. This is a recovery. So let me take this out of the water and dump these epidendrums, although they're not hating it too bad, but that's too much for them. Okay, because you see those growths. All right, I am making my way. Bear with me. But yeah, plant of the month, folks. So I am now trying to remember why I even came over here in the first place. I know I am doing my poo. I threw away this snail. I am just hunting around. My multiflora, that collagen looks excellent. Still, those new growths look good. This growth is maturing here. I know I need to go back over this way, but this is Momilani, and here is my wolf. All right, so Still making sure I got all the water out. I think I do. This stays wet. That's my Silogeny confusa. Growths do look better. I want to see blooms. But I am checking on those buds and they're still closed. And that's okay. They're still there. So, the other thing that I want to share is that I'm going to finally get Toshiaoki Pizzazz, my prized Cattleya. Well, you know, it's one of my favorites, out of the pot. It is showing a new growth here, and that's all it needs to do. For me, it's got this old media in here, and it is just time to get it out. I mean, you can already see the algae, and it is just nasty. So that's going to be a nice chore to do, and get that in some fresh media. Hopefully, get it back on the road to health. Although it is fairly healthy. I'm going to move this down. Maybe I think it's getting a little bit too much sun. Maybe move it over here. Minding your poos. You see that color is a different color than that brown or that green. That green is lighter than that. So maybe a little less water. A little less, what am I talking about? A little less sun. Okay. All right. But today, see, that is the lovely Encyclia Marii. Wasn't that worth the wait? Pristine, delicate, fragile, amazing species from Mexico, a little bit of Culebroar, but really has taken to my environment, as you can see by the roots. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Enjoy your orchids. One more thing. I have changed the project from the 2-inch pot of the Brassavola nodosa crossed with summer spots. I am now going to do the Cattleya Small World times B.L. Richard Mueller 2-inch pot. So those of you who have signed up, I think there is 4 slots taken, so there are 3 left. If you want, you can find the video and express your interest. It would be the group TD More Than Orchids group project, Orchid project. So check it out if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching. Bye.